Speaking of not making it to the end, right now, Booga and Avery, 5 points. They lost the first duel against Cease and Summer here at Colossal Coliseum. And the second one definitely did not go anybody's way as they both got taken out on the way into Sweaty Sands. Booga's going to try to break through here towards the chest spawns on the bottom side, but he's pinched between two sides. He does get an AR. Can he get any damage done? No. Cease and Summer very quickly taking out Booga in one of the more difficult off-spawn fights.
Another blue duo on the top left. I think they're actually owning in onto Flick.
Might be in trouble. Scar will get quickly back up on top, and yeah, that will buy the time. Pose now has to build against this. He doesn't actually see it. Oh, that could have been really bad for Pose. Walkman! No! Even after the shots, no, not like this. And the shockwave over does not give him the distance, but Flick will actually be able to get him. He's trying to get to the card. Refsguard almost grabs the wall, and they now already know exactly where Posed is. This might be a quick pinch here from Flick. Refsguard, but another fight going on in Weeping Woods. It's AV and Jamper against Accept and Vix, and they've got a big pinch though. And that's actually, yeah, the recipient of the pinch. Vix left in a 1v2.
4 different duels in 4 different corners, all left solo. Vix is one of them. Posed another. Avery, is he gonna make it out of the Coliseum? Who knows? No one does.
It's tagged a little bit. That slows things down significantly.
Gonna be rough here. Feels like Blaster doesn't have many builds to be able to hide behind. After that, Beam comes through and he gets knocked down. All up to Alpha now on the backside, inside all the builds. We'll take it patiently though.
I like that from Macwood, how he drops down and builds a little bit more structure there so that it's very difficult for anybody, specifically Alpha, to knock him down and forward. He doesn't go for the res, and the pinch is perfect. Alpha tried to take a little bit of height, but it doesn't work out against Kanata. AV and Jamper camping the card. Vix is going to be in for a little trouble. Yep, instantly as he breaks through that floor.
I like it. It's lore specific, right? Like you're in Weeping Woods, out for like, or camping with the boys. Guns and fish involved though, so I'm not sure if that's how your camping trips go.
Absolutely loving it. So much space, so much time. Wolfie's down Acorn for the first time. Wolfie's down first again. CR has to clutch, but right on top of Jack and Acorn. That's quick. That is very quick. And
beams happen over and over to test the builds. A few footsies back and forth, but no wall to be placed right there. Zoom. It's just completely demolished by Bank. Shaken down too. Embarrassed now. Thrown around. Humiliated, honestly. My God. No way he's just pulling it.
Wow.
You can't stick it there. Stacky on now. Builds can't really be placed here. Final box beside the car. And there is the patience and the shot.
Bank's
Stacky's
coming.
plan works. He's coming too. Okay,
oh,
round 3.
Goodness. He might have the time though. This is not the same situation that Flood was in moments ago. He'll have the time to reboot, and there's loot right there. Bank may have. Oh, wow. This is the second time that Kauk has been involved in a fight with Macwood. Teammates for so long. Even in the last trio season, and probably in the next trio season if we're being serious. And once again happening, Pamsu from a distance. Plier right above him will take Lace out, but at least he gets the snipe to get the Surge. Although, speaking of Surge, wow, actually, this game is completely different when we actually take stock of what's going on the map. 79 players up right now. Ooh,
what?
The Patroller's got the harpoon. He's the Coast Guard, and he takes out Thomas HD, the guys from the docks themselves.
Quick pick up extra shockwaves too. Probably needed, as this zone goes way far. Ronaldo Blake.
It's active. They're trying to catch evasion below on the Surge. And they didn't even get the damage right there when they got the edit down. This is going to be rough, but they're going to go in on the game number 1 winners. And can they actually do it? Smite and evasion. We'll play defensively.
Nope.
I asked the question and right away you say nope. Evasion and Smite say it too. the idea was for them to go on the other side, but this one's in their path. This is somewhere they need to go eventually anyways. But Strep gets tagged, and that slows them down.
50 seconds of time to make decisions, though. Is that a box that you can kind of finish off on, or is it something that you know you can just build over, above, and past? They're still waiting to hold people back.
Believe how well they've done. Wow, only Nosh gets tagged just a little bit from Stretching Commandment, and it's not a shield crack or anything like that, so we don't expect any more pressure to come in after this zone starts to move. They're fine. Although they go down and choose a different layer, hoping to get away. Oh no, on the backside! Oh, it's Reet and Arkham, the silent assassins, the ones who are always in prime position. They take out Strat. Nosh left by himself, and a perfectly timed impact for the oh so close.
Acorn and Jack went silent.
Yeah, a slow start for them. 47 points right off the bat, but we do expect them to win at least one game tonight. I mean, that's just kind of given. And also have a game where they absolutely slay out. Speaking of slaying out, the game one, 10 Elim players are directly below them. Evasion and Smite. They might go head-to-head eventually. Stretch the Commandment, who had heights in game number one. Now in game number 3 with it again, and Stretch will already go across, actually both of them, towards the backside of that 6 zone. Meanwhile, Acorn and Jack in a little bit of a scuffle. They're trying to find some space to actually work and bounce out of, and there it is.
Barely even touched. They're in. Acorn loses a little bit of shield. Shark Splash is there to gain the health back from Storm. Nosh taken out by Stretch, who's all the way up top. On one of these builds, we'll see Acorn and Jack still moving through mid-ground.
Oh,
Evasion
my goodness.
Takes out Creo.
Yeah, Creo down, first place against third place. He's wiped. Bucky now left on himself. Acorn and Jack still working together. Aspect is in this one too, D-Gen as well. So some of those game 1 players and game 2 players, some of those guys who are very consistent, starting to get a couple of elims, but Agers goes down and so does Evasion. So every one of those goes back to solos. Meanwhile, Stretch takes out Reek. That means Arkham all on his loadsome too.
Stretch gets all of those right now. Mega and Dubs also in the same box, getting hit down. Mega's gone. Dubs actually ends up escaping. Cease is right above their box as well. Huge explosion though. Both teammates losing all of their shield. Must have been a gas canister. Past that, more bouncers used to stay afloat and stay on mid-ground still. Zoom picking up Genesis and D-Gen at the same time, cross zone. Trashy finally going down. Saw him and Glace in a few fights earlier, but now we're tuning in with all these duels. We're kind of in that low to mid-ground layer, especially near Holly. Very important to control this. Lots of hills. It can get even lower. There's a car. Tech from AV. It's flaming now. TJ's so low, and he does get taken out.
Meanwhile, Arkham is taking out Stretch. That might be a fight for... No, we already know that Reet is down, so I can't imagine that that's actually going on. At the same time, they did start off the game on height. Acorn's going to look back, almost take shots on Illis. He's very low HP. They might actually dive on that. Bucky is now out, same with Arkham. Clicks, finally activated in the end game. I think that might be the first elim I've seen past 6 zone of his. Jack and Acorn still bouncing forward. Somehow they have more. Somehow they still have something. They did pick up that elim on the Mega, which will count for something, but not even any of those elims are theirs, but there's a harpoon. Illis above, he gets dropped. Yes, a tag 2 on the side, but still that one not his either. Who's that to his right? Clicks finally goes down. Qua alive. Somehow, someway, Command is still in this game too.
Voil being taken out, the harpoon active in Acorn's inventory, but not many mats are there. Inside his loadout. Aspect taking out Q with the full finish. Claw on the wall. Acorn, does he get control to be able to land the shot? Commandment just went down. Strodals and Dukes, who have finally, in the 3rd game, taken height time and time again, denied. But now, with the tech of staying way up high, no shockwaves can touch them. Chaos on the low ground. Pamsto staying alive, but Macwood's down. Jack all the way on the front side with Keys and Simple. They watch him go down too. AV on the other side gets the siphon. Acorn bouncing in. He actually gets shoved up a little bit, and now Duke's putting the pressure down with the AR onto AV. He cannot control low. It's Keys and Simple who have prime position to be one of the duels left in the final showdown.
Aspect still alive as well. Champer goes down. Oh, AV through the wall. Keys goes down, but just barely. Dukes and Struggle still putting that one down. Acorn still alive somehow. Finally he goes down, and that's the AV. Oh, the flip onto Kanata. That is disgusting from AV, and he goes for more. Simple and Dukes will take shots at the same time on him. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Simple left alone with floppers in the zone. Dukes is looking back. They know where he is. Does he have more floppers? No. At least not enough time to close that one out.
That was patience, though, by the team on height, waiting to drop down all the way at the end. They wrap up the game, get the VR, and we'll take a break to show you what comes up next.
Creo and Bucky, and yes, they were Dukes and Strodels with 100 points in placements, 90 points in eliminations, giving them 190 points. In the first 2 games, we saw a lot of not too much point variation between our top teams, but look at it now. 26 points is what separates first and second place.